There we go. Third time's the charm, as they say. So, after having a terrible trying to figure out what I want to say, and having the rabbit having been out a little too long and making a little mess on the couch, we are going for try 3 on Bunny Vlog. So, the short version of this is, I saw a few videos on bunny care that got me thinking, and a lot of these videos that I saw were on from, you know, places where they are insanely focused on bunnies, and I found that they weren't really giving a very good picture of just normal owner care. From the one, I got a feeling that they dealt with rescue bunnies, and from the other, I got a feeling that they were just like this place where bunnies were being bred and stuff. So, one of these videos got a lot of negative talk because of how they handled the bunny while giving it massage. It is possible to give pet massage. I've seen a lot of examples of it, and I sometimes give my cat Dada a nice little rub down. If you do it carefully, it's not a problem, and you can even do it with cute little bunnies. You just have to know how, and you have to know what they like. For instance, my rabbit doesn't like when I pick her up like this, which is how a lot of people pick up their bunnies. I usually, if she lets me, pick her up, put my arms under her butt so she's stable, and then put her down and let her go. Nice and easy. She's not been with me very long out of here. I've had 2 bunnies before her that both died of illness that even confused the doctor, and yeah, that was terribly sad, and I found that I couldn't live without a bunny in the house, so I got a new one at the local pet store that sells pet food that I go to for my cat Dada, who is under the table. He is very insistent on not being on camera, unless he really wants to. She's being so cute, and she's all exploring the couch now. Yeah, you did your little pee-pee on the couch, didn't you? Because you was out too long. Well, this time you're forgiven, because you're me. But I need you here. So, one of the comments on the video was on this woman, and I'm not going to show you how she did it, because I know for a fact that that's not a very comfortable position for rabbits to be in. She placed the rabbit on her back. Now, I have learned from my vet, and I'm going to see if she'll let me, because I don't want to stress her too much, because stress isn't good for bunnies. Let's see. Come here. What our vet does is plop them down like this on their little bunny butts. We'll put her back upright. They will sit on the part here, where their tail is, so they are in a comfortable position, and often what I've noticed is a lot of rabbits, particularly my previous rabbit, really liked being in that position because it made her comfortable, her butt was supported, and she could lean against me. She, if I can move, I can get into the camera position. I would have Fluffy sit like this against me, and I would hold her, and the vet could take her paw, do her nails and all that. And this one is getting used to me, so she's a little kicky. She's a little sucker playing. And my first vet, a male vet, my first time with Fluffy to the vet, he placed her on her back, spread her legs wide to check if she was male, because I bought her as a male rabbit, and she turned out to be a girl. This one, I've been told, is a pretty girl, and an expert said so, so we accept that, though my previous rabbit came from a breeder who swore high and low that it was a male, but it turned out to be a female. It happens. It's hard to tell with little rabbits, but yeah, by the look of her face, I think she's a little girl too. Because she has the same shape of face as Fluffy did. and not the more stronger angled face like my brother's male bunny, Binky, does. So I'm holding a rabbit. What I also find, if I can get her to hop over, I can get back inside. Whoop. My pillow. Oh, my back is a little stiff and painful. What I found with Fluffy is if I let them sit like this on my chest, Fluffy really liked that. Adam here is a little more explorative. Fluffy was a little calmer, especially in our later years. But when I go to the vet, I get them out of their little bin, and I like to sit like this with them, petting them and kissing them, holding them gently. As you can see, she's all calmed down now. So I used to do this with Fluffy. And Fluffy really liked to sit in this position. She was a bit bigger, so she would sit a little lower. But she really liked being in that position, and she would be really calm, and at the vet she wouldn't be as stressed. Oh, we're going to get you in a position you don't really like. So I'm going to put you on the couch. Oh, good girl. Normally she starts struggling when I hold her in the normal Bunny Sanctuary and Bunny Research Center approved pose, which is if I... Oh, she is not wanting to. Let's see. Come here. Hold you like I normally do. I want you to hold your rabbit like this. And as you can see, she's allowing it, but once I start to put her down, she'll start kicking. I find that to be very difficult, so I usually hold them against me. And then move them like so. And back down. And she finds it to be a less scary experience overall, so yeah. Isn't that right? So that's basically how I move her. I also, a lot of vets tend to stuff rabbits into their cages and drag them out, or in our case, our vet is a little more mindful. She is a rabbit expert after all, and she will lift the lid of the travel bench if possible and get them out that way as gently as possible. But a lot of, over the years, I've seen that a lot of people will take the rabbit and start shoving it into the travel bench. What I do is I put the travel bench down, pick up my rabbit, put her down in front of it, give her a shove to her bum, and she'd walk right in. Especially Fluffy would do that, and even Bunny would do that, and the vets would be like, let me put her in, and I'd be, put her on the table, I'll open the door and she'll walk in, and they'd be like, go away. One Bunny does that, and I'd put the thing on the table, she'd let go, and I'd be like, let go of the bunny, and she'd let go. I'd open the cage, and both Bunny and Fluffy would run right in. They have no problem with their travel cage. I don't have a travel bench right here for my bunny. She's sharing one later when she gets a little bigger. Another poo-poo to the cage. I missed the cage completely, and now my cat is exploring the wonderful world of rabbit droppings. Very funny. I'll clean it up later. I have a duster lying around for that. Another thing that was commented on one of those videos was, do we really need to massage our rabbit to make them feel relaxed? And this man, woman, boy, girl, did admit my rabbit is very energetic. It's 1 year old. And to that I even made a reply. No, you don't have to give your pet special massage. It's nice to do that for them if you get a licensed pet massagist to show you how. So you won't hurt the rabbit, or a cat, or dog, or whatever pet you use it on. But for a rabbit, it's not actually needed. What are we doing? Excuse me, my cat is being very naughty because he wants attention, and the bunny is getting it. Stop that! You nutball? Jeez. So yeah, let me check the camera real quick. Yeah, it's still rolling. It sometimes stops filming in between, so I need to check sometimes. Anywho, you don't need to give, what I told the lady too, because she said my rabbit is rather energetic. If you have a safe garden that they can't get out of, and haven't got any plants that they can get sick of if they accidentally nibble on it, let them walk in your garden. If you don't have that, let them walk in your house. And I'm sure some people will ask, but what if they pee and poop on the ground? It's not very sanitary, and I don't want them to do that. The thing with that is, it may take a while, but you can actually train them not to do it. With my previous rabbits, what we do is, as soon as they peed on a place on the floor or outside the cage, we'd put them back in the cage. And in that way, we train them, oh, if I pee, I go back. I want to run more, so I shouldn't pee on the floor. And they stop peeing on the floor. The pooping is a little harder. You can train them not to do it. I choose not to because Bunny droppings safe right now. She loves to prove me wrong. She's still fairly young, so she will sometimes have a little wet poopy, but mostly their droppings are dry, and if they fall, you take a sweeper and a dustpan and you just sweep them up off the floor and put them in the cage, and it's no problem. But it's a little late, so I think this is the dropping that she normally is supposed to nibble on. That's another thing that, if you see it for the first time, if you've never had a rabbit before and your first rabbit does it, you might find it gross. But in the morning there will be droppings that are, oh dear, don't stand on it. I'll have to go and clean that up real quick soon, so I'll keep this short. This will be the last bit for now. And next time, somewhere tomorrow maybe, I will do another video log in daylight, because it's rather late now. And I'll go more into the detail of what I use for the bunny cage and whatnot. But what I was going to say is, in the morning and sometimes late in the evening, a rabbit will have a little pile of droppings that is fairly wet. These are called sticky poops. And they're not something to be worried about if they happen in the morning or in the evening, because rabbits get proteins out of that. They eat that normally. Now, rabbits over the age of around 3 no longer need the nutrients that they get out of that bit of poop, and they will stop eating it, so you will be seeing it lying around. What you need to watch out for is if it's large heaps of clumped together bunny droppings. That's not a good sign. But if you sometime in the morning see it lying in the cage and further she has from droppings, from dry droppings, there's nothing to worry about. It is likely just one of those little droppings that she's supposed to normally eat. But she's grown out of that habit, or sometimes my first rabbit didn't even have the habit. She got so many nutrients out of her food that at the age of 1.5 years she stopped eating those droppings. So that can happen too. And on that rather disgusting topic, I'm going to end this video here and put my little girl back in her cage, because it's getting rather late and I'm running out of tape space. So I'm going to grab the can and we're going to say bye-bye, Haru, and bye-bye, Doctor, because he's sitting behind me. See, he does not want to be on cam, but we caught him on cam. Bye-bye, Haru, bye-bye.